guys, my name is FGAD, and I'm finally doing another mod review, and it is the Better Bows mod. And the Better Bows mod, it just adds in a lot of new bows, and each have their own personal stats and looks. It also adds in quivers and arrows, and it's pretty awesome. I just have to say right now. So, without further ado, let's go on ahead and get into the crafting recipes. Now in here, as you can see, by the way, just pretend that these are the crafting tables, because it's a good idea. And here we have the regular bow, and they changed the crafting recipe a little bit, I think, but I don't know, because I haven't really played the new Minecraft at all, so I don't know if they just changed that with the update or with the mod. But yeah, it's pretty much the same, except 3 sticks and 3 string. And to make a recurve bow, which you see right now, you need just put a bow in a crafting table. And here we have the longbow. And to make the longbow, you need a bow with 1 string and 2 sticks. You will get the longbow. And here we have the Yumi. And to make the Yumi, you will need 4 sugarcane, 1 leather, and 3 string. Here we have the composite bow. Now the composite bow is the most complicated bow to make in this mod. And what you need is 1 bone, 3 string, 1 leather, 1 stick, 1 sinew, and 1 bottled hide glue. And to make this sinew, you need to just put 1 rotten flesh inside of a crafting table, and you'll get the sinew. To get the bottled hide glue, you will first need bottled rotten flesh. And to get bottled rotten flesh, you just put water bottle with some rotten flesh in the crafting table. But then to actually get the bottled hide glue, you need to cook the bottled rotten flesh. After you cook it, you get the bottled hide glue, which will be used in this crafting recipe. Let's see if I can drink it. Nope. Over here we have arrows, and here is the regular arrow. I don't know why I felt the need to put that crafting recipe in there, but I did, and you need 1 flint, 1 stick, and 1 feather. And then to make an ender arrow, you will need 1 arrow and 1 ender pearl. Here we have the flaming arrow. To make the flaming arrow, you will need 1 arrow and 1 coal, or if you would like to make 2 of them at once, which I don't know why you would need 1 blaze powder and 2 arrows. I actually don't know if those were supposed to do more damage or anything, but I don't know. Here we have impact explosive arrow and timed fuse arrow. To make the impact explosive arrow, you will need 1 arrow, 1 redstone torch, and 1 gunpowder. To make the timed fuse arrow, you will need 1 string, 1 arrow, 1 gunpowder, or 2 gunpowder actually. Here we have a torch arrow, and to make the torch arrow, you'll need 1 arrow and 1 torch. And they added in these really cool things in this mod where you can bundle arrows together, which will split apart when you fire them. And I'll be sure to show you guys what all these arrows and what the bows do after I'm done showing you all the crafting recipes. But anyway, so to make a 4 splitting arrow, you'll need 1 string and 3 arrows. But to make a 6 splitting arrow, you'll need 6 arrows and 3 string. And now this one is a pretty cool arrow, and it's called a drill arrow. To make that, you'll need 3 flint, 1 redstone torch, 1 sticky piston, and 3 arrows. Next we have quivers. And here is the basic quiver, and these quivers will be used for holding your arrows in stacks of 16 in the quiver. And you can hold 4 stacks of 16 in the quiver, so you can have just like 64 arrows in that. To make the regular quiver, you will need 3 leather and 1 string. And you can dye the quiver, but to do it, you will need to have to first dye it white. And to do that, you will need to put a quiver in the middle of the crafting table and put 3 bone meal like that. Then, to dye it, I just used green quiver as an example because I like green. You will need to put the quiver you have dyed white in the middle of the crafting table, and put the dyes which you would like to dye it that color in that formation. Okay, so I will now begin to demonstrate the bows. So here we have the regular bow, and as you can see, we have 4 test creepers back here, and I only chose creepers for the sole reason that they do not burn in the sunlight. Now, regular bow, regular arrow, nothing special. Now, we go over here to the recurve bow, and what's different about the recurve bow is that it fires faster. As you can see, it fires slightly faster. I just killed that creeper. Next, we have the longbow, and you can see that I'm standing fairly far away. That's because the longbow shoots a significant distance further than the regular bow, but it also takes longer to pull back all the way. So, fire, and as you can see, shoots a lot farther. I will demonstrate. Alright, so you see that over there, that bank? Oh no, you see that tree over there, actually. Say, shoot it right there. You see where I landed? And shoot it in the same place. Goes a lot farther. Next, we have the composite bow. Now, the composite bow fires even faster than the recurve bow, and I will demonstrate. There's a recurve bow. There's a composite bow. See? Composite bow, recurve bow. See how fast this fires really fast. Look at that. That's amazing. So now I will demonstrate the different arrows with my bow. Regular bow. Now, if you haven't noticed already, the little 2 bars at the top, that's because I have 2 quivers. And they also get colored according to what color quiver you have. And also, the arrows that you have selected have little animations. You see, mine's bouncing. Now, you can change this in the config file between 3 different ones, and I never actually messed around with that, so I don't know which ones they are. And my kitten just jumped on the back of my chair and scared me half to death. You use the plus and minus keys on your keyboard to go back and forth between arrows in the quiver. You can see I'm moving back and forth because I'm pressing the buttons. So now I will demonstrate the cluster arrow, the 6 cluster arrow. I think that is 6. Give me a minute to check. Oh yeah, to open up your quiver inventory, you right click with the quiver in your hand. Okay, this is a 4-splitting arrow. Next, I have the flaming arrow. Now, I don't think the flaming arrow actually catches them on fire. Never mind. But yes, that is what the flaming arrow does. I'm just going ahead and kill this creeper. Oh. Next, we have the explode on impact arrow. It does not have a very big explosion at all, but nevertheless, it gets the job done. There we go. Now, I'm pretty sure that all these have the same damage as a regular arrow when they're hit on impact, but I'm only pretty sure about that. Now, since I've ruined my other area for demonstration, kind of, I had to make another one. So, here, I will demonstrate the timed explosive arrow. Now, this will bounce off of mobs, so I'm just going to shoot it in the fence to his right, and this arrow makes an explosion similar to the size of a creeper's. See? Just about the same size. And I will demonstrate to show you what size a creeper's explosion is. Hold on. Damn it. Hold on. Okay. Come back to me, bro. The creepers is a little bit bigger, but you get the idea. Next, we have the ender arrow. And as you would assume, the ender arrow shoots... or when you shoot the ender arrow, it teleports you. And I have the longbow because that shoots the farthest, therefore it will be the most logical. Let me change my render distance. I don't know why it's on normal. There we go. So, demonstration. You see that? Pretty awesome. Next, we have the torch arrow, and I have not actually used this one before, so I'm just gonna assume that places a torch. That it does. And it can also place multiple torches on one block. Torches! Okay, well, now that that's over, next we have the drill arrow, and I think the drill arrow is pretty awesome because it does this. And I have no idea the specific amount of blocks that it drills, so I'm just going to drill straight down and then we can count. Okay, so I'm guessing it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks that it can drill. And that's what it looks like. So yeah, the drill arrow drills, as the name implies. We are almost done with this mod, but before I end it, there's one more little feature that he added in, which has nothing to do with bows or arrows or quivers or anything of that sort. And this is the water explosion animation. It has little bubbles that come off of it. You saw that the first time. See that? It's actually just when it hits, I guess. He said it when it explodes on the page. Actually, I have one more thing to tell you. You guys all know the regular arrow look whenever it hits a wall or something. Well, now he added in a new 3D effect to it. See that? See, like this, it just looks like one of the regular arrows from Minecraft. But if you look at it from the side, it looks a lot more detailed and a lot more awesome. Well, that was the More Bows mod, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, all that sort of stuff. And I will be making more of these, but I just need to find a good mod. So I will see you next time.